Vanity, vanity, all is friggin' vanity. So, one thing that I think is really difficult about this season is that I know more than I've ever known, but I'm still learning, and I still don't necessarily know who I am to God. I have a hard time really believing and seeing myself as who He says I am. And on Friday, I think I'd like to kind of go over some verses that actually where God tells us who we are. So I keep wanting to bring old things back into my life that used to work in other seasons but really never did work. It just made me obsessed with myself and how I looked, but it didn't really. I think some of it probably did help on my inside, but then I become so obsessive and put it above God, like working out. See, that's really good for me, but when you put something about God above God, then that becomes an idol. And so I'm at this weird place where I'm like feeling like crap about myself because I'm not really doing anything. And I need to start doing something because I am not happy where I'm at. One thing I know for sure that works for me is having a schedule, but then I just tell myself, what's the point of things? And I think that's something that I need to really understand is what is the point so that it keeps me going. So I don't know if right now you're in a season of being uncomfortable, but I actually, even though we're uncomfortable, I actually think it's a blessing because that gives us a lot of room to grow. When we're comfortable, we don't really there's not a whole lot of growing going on because we're comfortable. So maybe God's just making us really uncomfortable so that we're able to do the things that we need to do. So I used to attach my worthiness to how I looked. And in this season, I'm struggling because I still am trying to, I still try, in my mind I always apply that to myself, but I'm going to tell you right now that being tan, getting my hair done, working out, getting my nails done, getting a bunch of clothes that look good on me, all these things, like, they may feel good for a little bit, but I always deeply struggled with feeling depressed and unworthy because we need to know who we are as children of God. We need to see ourselves the way He sees us, and I think that's really, and I still have a hard time receiving His love. Like, people will tell you He loves you, like I know He does, but I don't really know how to receive that love. But we'll get there. This is all a journey, and as I talked about on Friday, there's different seasons to life, and this one's just one of those seasons. It's hard to see God in our life, even though it's clear that He is in our life when you really think about it, or to like feel His presence or know which way to go. But like, okay, so I just actually tried to I really have felt like I'm not supposed to work in this season, and then I applied for a job, and then I felt absolutely no peace about it, and they actually called me, but that was me trying to put things in my own hands so that I could be around people, so that I can buy things, so this and that, like, whatever. I was disobedient, and I definitely felt that. Right now, God wants me to not work. I know that I will work again. But really, even the thought of leaving my baby girl, makes me so sad. I am so thankful, I'm blessed that I'm able to spend this time with her. And if you are a mom who's a stay-at-home mom, it's truly a blessing. With my son, it was different. It was like I had a bunch of different people raising him along with me, because I worked and I had a lot of help, and like he was able to go to grandma's or my mother's. Well, we live with my mom, and now it's just different. Times are different, and I don't really, where I'm at, I don't have that help. There's nobody around. But my son is a mixture of so many different people, which isn't all bad, but I'm just glad that I'm able to teach my daughter the things I want to teach her, and my son now, but that's been kind of, but with God, all things are possible, and I don't know why that verse just came to my mind, but it did. So why, I don't know, but it did. I'm going to end it here. I will see you guys on Friday. Bye.